Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Cup 19! Cup 19! Gravity Lions! Mustang 19!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Back to throw. Freeman. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. The Jets in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. Yeah, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
This defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Freeman. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
York able to send this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. first down. Howell. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. First down, Howell to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second down, Howell now. He finds his man, complete. It's pass. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands, and he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
Henry, touchdown, Buccaneers. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, Jets. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. A good hold in these run conditions. The point after is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now throwing on 1st down here. He finds his man complete. That's Bass. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Got it. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. This is taken in by McBride. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Yeah, he's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200 plus right now. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Powell looking to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Check contact, check contact.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Back to throw. Freeman. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From just shy of midfield, Powell. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. That'll give him 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Another throw for Howell. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
To throw again on second down. Howell over the middle, complete. It's Bass. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are once again back in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That's good for the Jets. First down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They keep it with Henry on first down. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Howell completing the quick throw out wide. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Freeman. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ready, break.
A final shot before break. Freeman. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now he'll look to throw it. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Bass. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. It's Eckler again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. "51 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be... Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Buccaneers 37, Jets 17.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10.
Check pass, check pass.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
To throw on 3rd down, Freeman. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Howe will throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
40 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. They go play action here on first down. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Freeman. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Ready, ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd and 13. This pass hauled in by Dotson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Freeman. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
61 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now this one complete on the slant route. He'll get it inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And
he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Freeman. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down. And
he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And some room to maneuver. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And the Buccaneers first down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is going to lose yardage here. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to